And in this session, we are going to analyze Royal Bank of Canada Limited, and it is one of the valuable company in Canada. And we are going to analyze about its financial condition and current technical chart. Okay, now let's begin. Up to one day, its stock price increased by 0.12 percentage, 5 days 0.44 percentage, 1 month 6.60 percentage, 6 month 21.14 percentage, year to date 7.87 percentage, 1 year 17.07 percentage, 5 year 39.17 percentage, all time high 77.36 percentage. Next report will be within 5 days. The report period of second quarter report 2024 EPS estimate 2.75. Revenue estimate 13.63 billion. Market cap 202.68 billion. CAD dividend yield 3.84 percentage. Price to earning ratio 13.42. Basic EPS 10.72. Net income 14.86. Revenue 116.92. Shares float 1.41 billion. Beta 1.07. It belongs to the finance sector. Major banks. CEO David and Mackey, and its headquarters is in Toronto, Canada. Employee 21.91.4K. Founded in 1864. Royal Bank of Canada engaged in provision of banking and financial services. It operates through the following segment: personal and commercial banking, wealth management, insurance, capital market, and corporate support. The personal and the commercial banking segment deals with the broad suite of the financial product and service the both in the both individual and the business client in the Canada, Caribbean, and the US. The wealth management segment offers a suite of all the investment trust banking credit and other advice based solution. It also offers others wealth management solution to the institutional and individual client through its distribution channel and third party distribution. The insurance segment refers to the suite of the advice and solution for the individual and business client, including the life, health, wealth, property and casualty, travels, group benefit, annuities, and reinsurance. The capital market segment is involved in the provision of advisory and organization sales and trading, lending and financing of and transaction banking and banking to the cooperation institutional client, assist manager, private equity firm and government globally. The corporate support system consists of technology and operation service. The company was founded by J.W. Macwell, Edward Kennedy, T.C. Kidner, James B. Dauphin, William Cornell, John Tobin, George P. Mitchell, and Germany Northrop in 1864, and his headquarters is in Toronto, Canada. And we will see its financial analyzing the financial report. Free float share 1.41 billion, 99.99 percentage, and closely held share 202.79K. The capital structure market cap 202.68 billion, and debt is around 391.22 billion. Minority interest 97 million. Preferred stock 8.03 billion. Cash and equivalent 74.35 billion. Enterprise value 527.68 billion. Price to earning ratio 13.42x. Price to sales ratio 1.66x, 202.68 billion. And valuation ratio, PE 12.14, PS 2.30, PE 11.91, PS 2.21, PE 11.65, PS 3.24, PE 11.40, PS 2.69, PE 10.55, PS 1.32, and we will see its total revenue 66.52 billion CAD, net income 12.86 billion CAD, net margin 19.33 percentage, total revenue 60.14 billion CAD, net income 11.43 billion CAD, net margin 19.01 percentage, total revenue 56.64 billion CAD, net income 16.04 billion CAD, net margin 28.32, total revenue 65.89 billion CAD, net income 15.79 billion CAD, net margin 23.97 billion CAD, total revenue 116.92 billion CAD, and interest income and PCL minus 64.33 billion CAD, non-interest expenses minus 35.20 billion CAD, operating income 17.39 billion CAD, unusual income expenses 1.29 billion CAD, pre-tax income 18.69 billion CAD, tax and others minus 3.83 billion CAD, net income minus 14.86 billion CAD. The main source of revenue comes from personal and commercial banking 39.41% with total revenue 22.12 billion. Next, the wealth management 31.26%, 15.54 billion. Capital market 11.05 billion, 19.69%. Insurance 10.11%, 5.68 billion. By country, Canada comprised 59.87% of its total revenue. United States comprised 24.28% with 13.63 billion of its total revenue. Other international comprised 15.85%, 8.90 billion CAD of its total revenue. Actual 47.18 billion CAD, estimate 43.85 billion CAD, actual 45.80 billion CAD, estimate 46.37 billion CAD, actual revenue 47.20 billion CAD, estimate 47.15 billion CAD, actual 52.11 billion CAD, estimate 52.76 billion CAD, surprised by minus 653.113 million CAD. And earning ratio, actual earnings 7.82 billion CAD, estimate 7.73 CAD, actual earning 11.06, estimate 11.28, surprise by minus 0.22 CAD, 1.98%, actual 11.19 CAD, estimate 1.07 CAD, surprise with 0.12 CAD, and actual revenue 11.38 CAD, in estimate 11.20 CAD, surprise 0.18 CAD. Dividend LTTM 3.79%, last payment 1.38, last ex date April 24, 2024. And we will analyze this dividend history. And dividend history, dividend per share 4.07 CAD, dividend L 1.383%, and next one dividend per share 4.29 CAD, 4%. Dividend per share 4.32 CAD, dividend L 3.35%, dividend per share 4.96 CAD, dividend L 3.93%, dividend per share 5.34 CAD, dividend L 4.82%. Financial health, net loan 657.20 CAD, total deposit 860.21 billion CAD, loan loss allowance minus 3.10 billion CAD, total loan 700.01 billion CAD, total deposit 967.36 billion CAD, loan loss allowance minus 5.64 billion CAD, total loan 797.21 billion CAD, total deposit 1.06 trillion CAD, loan loss allowance minus 4.09 billion CAD, total loans 927.98 billion CAD, total deposit 1.16 trillion CAD, loan loss allowance minus 3.75 billion CAD. Capital adequacy, common tier equity tier ratio 12.13, tier 1 capital ratio 13.20, total capital ratio 15.20, Common equity tier 1 ratio 12.46, tier 1 capital ratio 13.50, total capital ratio 15.50. And this one, common equity tier 1 ratio 13.68, tier 1 capital ratio 14.90, total capital ratio 16.70. Common equity tier 1 ratio 12.62, tier 1 capital ratio 13.30, total capital ratio 15.40. Common equity tier 1 ratio 14.53, tier 1 capital ratio 15.70, total capital ratio 17.60. And we will see its statement. The statement will be based on the annual 2017 total revenue 50.15 billion, operating income 14.39 billion, pre-tax income 14.34 billion, net income 11.43 billion, total revenue 56.53 billion CAD, operating income 14.64 billion CAD, pre-tax income 15.74 billion CAD, net income 12.40 billion CAD. Total revenue 66.52 billion CAD, operating income 14.85 billion CAD, pre-tax income 15.84 billion CAD, net income 12.86 billion CAD. 2020 total revenue 60.14 billion CAD, operating income 13.30 billion CAD, pre-tax income 14.31 billion CAD, net income 11.43 billion CAD. Total revenue 56.64 billion CAD, operating income 19.44 billion CAD, pre-tax income 20.50 billion CAD, net income 16.04 billion CAD. 2022 total revenue 65.85 billion CAD, operating income 18.96 billion CAD, pre-tax income 20 billion CAD, net income 15.79 billion CAD. Total revenue 116.92 billion CAD, operating income 17.39 billion CAD, pre-tax income 18.69 billion CAD, net income 14.86 billion CAD. And we will see its interest income revenue 26.90 billion, 33.02, 41.33, 34.88, 28.15, 40.77, 86.99, 93.26. Total interest expenses minus 9.76, minus 15.07, minus 21.58, minus 14.05, minus 8.14, minus 18.05, minus 61.86, minus 68.00. Net interest income 17.14, 17.95, 19.75, 30, 20.84, 20, 22.72, 25.13, 25.26. Loan loss provision minus 1.15 billion, minus 1.31 billion, minus 1.86 billion, minus 4.35 billion, minus 753 million, minus 484 million, minus 2.47 billion, 2.75 billion. Net interest income after loan loss provision 15.99, 16.65 billion, 17.89 billion, 16.48 billion, 20.76 billion, 22.23 billion, 22.66 billion, 22.51 billion. Loan non-interest income 23.25 billion, 23.51 billion, 25.19 billion, 25.26 billion, 28.50 billion, 25.12 billion, 29.93 billion, 28.38 billion. Net interest income minus 24.85, minus 25.51, minus 28.22, minus 28.44, 29.82, minus 28.39, minus 35.20, minus 34.30. Non-operating income excluding interest expenses 0, 1.10 billion, 986 million, 1.01 billion, 1.07 billion, 1.04 billion, 1.29 billion, 1.12 billion. Unusual income expenses minus 52. Pre-tax income 14.34, 15.48. Equity in earning 335. 2176, 77, 130, 110, minus 219, minus 236. Tax minus 3.20 billion, minus 3.33, minus 3.04, minus 2.95, minus 4.58, minus 4.30, minus 3.60, minus 2.24. Non-controlling minority interest minus 41 million, minus 31 million, minus 11 million, minus 5 million, minus 12 million, minus 13 million, minus 7 million, minus 3 million. Net income before discounted operation 11.43, 12.40, 12.86, 11.43, 16.04, 15.79, 14.86, 15.23. Net income 11.43, 12.40, 12.86, 11.43, 12.04, 15.79, 14.86, 15.23. Dilution adjustment 15, 15, 15, 15. Preferred dividend 300 million, 285 million, 269 million, 268 million, 257 million, 247 million, 236 million, 252 million. Diluted net income available to common stockholder 11.14, 12.13, 12.61, 11.18, 15.78, 15.55, 14.62, 14.98. Basic EPS 7.59, 8.39, 8.78, 7.84, 11.08, 11.08, 10.51, 10.72. Diluted EPS 7.56, 8.36, 8.75, 8.82, 11.06, 11.06, 11.50, 10.71. Average basic share outstanding 1.47, 1.44, 1.43, 1.42, 1.42, 1.40, 1.39. Diluted share outstanding 1.47, 1.45, 1.44, 1.43, 1.43, 1.41, 1.39 billion. And we will see its balance sheet. Balance sheet include total assets 1.21 trillion, 1.33 trillion, 1.43 trillion, 1.62 trillion, 1.71 trillion, 1.92 trillion, 2 trillion. Total liabilities 1.14 trillion, 1.25, 1.35, 1.54, 1.61, 1.81, 1.89. Total equity 74.43 billion, 79.96 billion, 83.63 billion, 86.77 billion, 98.76 billion, 108.18 billion, 117.76 billion. Total liabilities and shareholder equity 1.21 trillion, 1.33 trillion, 1.43 trillion, 1.62 trillion, 1.71 trillion, 1.92 trillion, 2 trillion. Book value per share 46.41, 51.12, 54.41, 56.74, 64.54, 72.85, 78.78. Common equity tier 1 51.57, 57, 62, 68, 75, 76, 86. Common one equity tier 1 tier 1 capital 58.36, 63.28, 67.86, 74.01, 82.25, 84.24, 93.90. Tier 2 capital 9.20, 9.22, 10.03, 10.92, 9.78, 9.61, 11.05. Risk weightage assist 474.48, 496.46, 512.86, 546.24, 552.54, 609.88, 596.22. Cash flow. Cash from operating activities minus 1.56, 17.07, 25.51, 17.59, 29, 19.29, 82.09, 7.95, 15.77 billion. Cash from investing activity minus 49.12, minus 119.84, minus 91.95, minus 92.80, minus 92.44, minus 237.48, minus 115.42, minus 94.19 billion. Cash from financing activity 64.29 billion, 104.51 billion, 62.12 billion, 166.73 billion, 10.92 billion, 118.09 billion, 95.45 billion, 67.75 billion. Exchange rate effect minus 138, 66, 419, 1.06, minus 2.81, minus 4.15, minus 1 plus positive 1.61, minus 1.27 billion. Net change in cash 13.48 billion, 1.80 billion, minus 3.90, 92.58, minus 5.04, minus 41.45, minus 10.41, minus 11.93. Free cash flow 9 minus 2.92, 15.09, 23.25, 14.96, 17.10, 79.59, 5.22, 13.26. Interest paid minus 8.80 billion, minus 13.51, minus 19.98, minus 13.06, minus 7.56, minus 13.68, minus 54.70, 62.39 billion negative. Tax paid minus 4.71, minus 5.82, minus 2.98, minus 2.88, minus 4.20, minus 733, minus 496, minus 438 billion. Okay, we will see its statistics report. On the basis of annual total common share are outstanding 1.45 billion, 1.44, 1.43, 1.42, 1.42, 1.38, 1.40, 1.41. Float share outstanding 1.45 billion, 1.44 billion, 1.43 billion, 1.42 billion, 1.42 billion, 1.40 billion, 1.41 billion. Number of employee 80k, 84k, 85k, 86k, 87k, 91k, 91.40k. Price to earning ratio 13.34, 11.47, 12.14, 11.91, 11.65, 11.40, 10.55, 13.42. Price to sales ratio 2.97, 2.46, 2.30, 2.21, 3.24, 2.699, 1.32, 1.66. Price to cash flow ratio 8.156, 7.57, 9.53, 2.16, 19.40, 12.83. Price to book ratio 2.17, 1.88, 1.95, 1.64, 1.73, 1.41, 1.87. Enterprise value 289.78, 249.32, 239.12, 336.13, 381.08, 429.34, 480.13, 527.68. Probability ratio return on assets 0.96, 0.97, 0.93, 0.75, 0.96, 0.87, 0.96, 0.78. Return on equity 15.78, 16.14. 15.74, 13.43, 15.31, 15.28, 13.17, 13.59. Return on invested capital 10.34, 10.55, 10.48, 8.97, 10.69, 9.42, 8.10, 8.39. Operating margin 28.69, 25.90, 22.33, 22.12, 34.31, 28.78, 14.88, 12.54. Net margin 22.79, 21.94, 19.33, 19.01, 28.32, 23.97, 12.71, 11.02. Current ratio 0.73, 0.78, 0.77, 0.74, 0.73, 0.76, 0.77, 0.74. Assets turnover 0.04, 0.04, 0.05, 0.04, 0.03, 0.04, 0.06, 0.06. Debt to assets ratio 0.15, 0.19, 0.18, 0.29, 0.19, 0.18, 0.20, 0.20. Debt to equity ratio 2.39, 3.11, 3.14, 3.85, 3.23, 3.17, 3.40, 3.36. Long-term debt to total assets ratio 0.03, 0.03, 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.03, 0.04, 0.04. Long-term debt to total equity ratio 0.56, 0.50, 0.40, 0.60, 0.64, 0.60, 0.64, 0.61. Tier 1 capital ratio 12.30, 12.80, 13.20, 13.50, 14.90, 13.80, 15.50. Total capital ratio 14.20, 14.60, 15.20, 15.50, 16.70, 15.40, 17.60. Common equity tier 1 ratio 10.87, 11.48, 12.13, 12.46, 13.68, 12.62, 14.53. We will see its dividend history. Dividend of 2017 per share 3.48, dividend yield 3.45, dividend per share 3.77, dividend yield 3.93, dividend per share 4.07, dividend yield 3.83, dividend per share 4.29, dividend yield 4.60, dividend per share 4.32, dividend yield 3.35, dividend per share 4.96, dividend yield 3.93, dividend per share 5.34, dividend yield 4.82, payout ratio 45.85, 44.93, 46.38, 54.72, 38.99, 44.78, 50.80. And we will see its earning basis. 2016 reported earnings 6.80 Canadian dollar, estimate 6.82, reported 7.56, estimate 7.51, reported 8.36, estimate 8.47, reported 8.89, estimate 8.94, reported 7.82, estimate 7.73, reported 11.06, estimate 1.28, reported 11.19, estimate 1.07, reported 11.38, estimate 11.20, surprised by minus 0.37, positive 0.61, minus 1.32, minus 0.61, 11.12, positive minus 1.98, 1 positive 1.06 percentage, 1.65 percentage. And revenue 2016 reported 38.41, estimate 39.09, reported 40.67, estimate 39.88, reported 42.58, estimate 43.05, reported 46, estimate 46.40, reported 47.18, estimate 43.85, reported 45.80, estimate 46.37, reported 47.20, estimate 47.15, reported 52.11, estimate 52.76, surprise by minus 1.75 percentage, 1.98 percentage, minus 1.10, minus 0.86, positive 7.60, negative minus 1.23, positive 0.10, and 2023 negative minus 1.24 percentage. We will see its revenue. Main source of revenue comes from personal and commercial banking 15.86, 16.92, 92 at 17.87, 70. And main source of revenue comes from personal and commercial banking 15.86, 16.92, 17.87, 17.73, 18.35, 20.14, 22.18, wealth management 10.08, 10.93, 12.14, 12.22, 13.30, 14.85, 17.54, capital market 8.18, 8.40, 8.29, 9.88, 10.19, 9.12, 11.05, insurance 4.57, 4.28, 7.51, 5.36, 5.60, 3.51, 5.68, investor and treasury services 2.44 billion, 2.59 billion, 2.35 billion, 2.31 billion, 2.16 billion, 2.22 billion, corporate support 100 million. And this one is by country revenue. Canada compromised 24.67 billion, 2018 25.77, 28.41, 27.70, 29.40, 29.27, 2023 33.60. I think this revenue curve is also in increasing order. You can see until this year, you can see slightly decline over this time frame of 2021 and 2022. Otherwise revenue is in increasing order, but in US its revenue always is in increasing order. You can see here up to this time frame, and this time frame is in decreasing order both in Canada and US. But in other segment you can see this revenue is shown very good in increasing segment. Other international 6.83 billion, 7.11 billion, 7.12 billion, 7.75 billion, 7.76 billion, 7.93 billion, 8.90 billion. Okay, and we will see its forecast will be shown over this time frame, and max will be 10.52 up to its peak height of 159, average 1.59, 146, current 143, minimum 17.98, 118, and here it has shown its EPS reported 2.5. We'll see its annual EPS 11.38, 11.19, 11.06, 7.82, 8.89, 8.36, 7.56, 6.80. Revenue we have already discussed about it. And estimate 2026 13, 12.18, 11.33, 11.20, 11.07, 11.28, 7.73, 8.94, 8.47, 8.51, 6.82. And revenue graph, estimate revenue 61.35, 58.67, 55.78, 52.76, 47.15, 46.37, 43.85, 46.04, 43.05, 39.88, 39.09, reported 38.41, 40.67, 42.58, 46, 47.18, 45.80, 47.20, 52.11. Okay, and we will see this on super chart time frame. And you can see here the chart time frame of this stock. We will see it's all time chart time frame, and if you see the all time high chart frame, the accumulation of this stock was started during this phase of 2020 May 3 Monday. Another accumulation was started in this phase of January 2022. This phase and first phase of accumulation was started during this January 18. I think it has shown only the chart pattern of 2016 only, and we will try to draw some trend line. Okay, this is the trend line for this indicator. Okay, I think we have discussed about this. We haven't discussed about this also. We will discuss about this signal. Relative strength index 16.25, stochastic RSI 87.17, commodity channel index 147, average directional index 15.37, awesome oscillator 14.98, momentum 13.18, MACD level 12.26, stochastic 18.27, Williams percent range minus 4.75, bull bear power 15.90, ultimate oscillator 65.8, exponential moving average 132, simple moving average 128, exponential moving average 129.79, simple moving average 129.45, exponential moving average 127.46, simple moving average 130.14, simple moving average 121.85, exponential moving average of 100 days 107.96, Simple moving average of 100 days 108.69, Ichimochi baseline 926, 1526, 126.80 neutral. Volume weightage moving average 129.17 by, all moving average 140.24 by. Support third 62.96, support second 95.15, support first 114.56, pivot point 127.34, resistance first 146.75, resistance second 159.53, resistance third 191.72, Fibonacci 95.15, support second 107.45, support first 115.05, pivot point 127.34, resistance first 139.64, resistance second 147.24, resistance third 159.53, Carmelia 125.19, 128.06, 131.01, 127.34, 136.91, 139.86, 142.81, Woody 85.08, 96.51, 117.27, 128.70, 149.46, 160.89, 181.65, support first 120.95, sub pivot point 130.54, and resistance first 153. Okay, and this one is resistance one, we have drawn at 143, and support is around 108 base support, and this one is another support. I think all of its support and resistance were same like this. We will see resistance RSI 60, stochastic MACD level, and technical indicator may not work efficiently, but this volume indicator always try to catch up volume. I used to say that, and I also try to catch up the volume indicator to gain profit on trading. Okay, if you have any feedback, then directly comment on my comment section. Until then, goodbye, keep learning. If you can learn more, then you can earn more.